That's how it looks. Bubbling. Yeah, we get ready. Alright, so I probably don't even need this. Yeah. Come on in, y'all. Hello, hello. Welcome to Toast and Talk with the sister, baby. Yes. Oh, I told you to need that air. Just getting myself situated here because we got some things to talk about. I've been away for a while, y'all, but I am back. I thought I was going to have another partner with me, but you know, everything don't always work out the way you want it to work out. So it is what it is. So you still got me. I'm still here. I'm still toasting and talking and trying to get I had to look good, baby. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's turn this down a little bit. Oh, I got bit by something out there. Oh, Lord. Oh, big air scratch. Lord, child, I just seen that. But what's going on out there? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is your girl, Jazzy. I am Jazzy Fashionista, and this is Toast and Talk with the Sisters. And since this is called Toast and Talk, we toasting. We got to have something to toast with. So, of course, anybody that know me know I got to have my Pinot Grigio, baby. I don't care what brand it is. Sometimes I do care. Like, so I don't care. It don't have to be no expensive stuff. I just love Pinot Grigio, and a lot of brands do it right. I'm not naming no brands because I'm not getting paid for it, baby. Anyway, let's get into it. Also, of course, water. You want to always have some water anytime you drink. I don't care what you're drinking. If you ain't drinking water, have some water near you. So, Toast and Talk with the Sister. I am your host, Jazzy. Toast. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for coming into my live. This is my YouTube channel, Toast and Talk with the Sisters. And I keep saying sisters because it was two of us in the beginning, but now it's just me. My sister, she's super busy, so she didn't have a lot of time. And plus, I moved lots of stuff. It don't matter. We still rolling. We still here. So let's take a sip, baby. All right. So I just want to get into a few things. I got my beautiful cowgirl hats. Yes, matches my little Puta Vista shirt. And I got my gavel and I'm ready. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. But you know, I always like to start with the latest news. Oh my God. So, of course, first I want to go ahead and let's start with some sad news. Of course, we all know we just lost a great legend, Frankie Beverly. I want to give a shout out to his family. He gave us so much joy for so long. We felt like we were part of the family. He's part of our family, and we were all very sad about that one. Very sad. But he is no longer suffering. He is up there with his people, and he's still giving just greatness right now. So definitely rest in peace to Frankie Beverly. So of course they say, you know, our celebrities they die in threes. So it's just been a lot going on. Like Fat Man Scoop, Rich Homie Quan, James Earl Jones, and Frankie Beverly. That third to turn to quads, baby. Like, cause that was like boom, 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 boom. Like so rest in peace to all them greats. I just love how the entertainers they give their all until they can't even give nothing no more. If you seen the show that Fat Man Scoop was doing, all the way to his last breath, he was doing his job, and that was to hype us up. And he did a good job. I commend him for going all the way. I'm so sad that we had to lose him so soon in his life. But you know what? God don't make mistakes. God don't make mistakes. So rest in peace to all of the fallen legends that's been going through it. So I wanted to go ahead and do that, and I thank you guys for hanging in there with me. So let's go ahead and get into this news, honey. Let's start with let's just get into the celebrity news. Let's get into the celebrity news. So of course, we want to say congratulations to Cardi B and Offset. You know, they going through their little thing. I hope they don't get a complete divorce. I hope something happens to where they work it out and they become one again. But congratulations to Cardi B and Offset for having a beautiful new child. Go girl. I'm so proud of Cardi B. I love her story. I watched her as she came up. So congrats to Cardi B and to Offset for their new child. So hopefully something definitely comes out on this and they do get back together. And hopefully that does it. Hopefully it goes a little better. So, but hold on. I know y'all can hear my dogs back there. My lawn is being done. But I want to go this so, so that's the first news. We got a new baby in the house. So the new baby is Cardi B and Offset. Shout out to them for having their new little baby. So let's go ahead. I'm going to skip that part. I'm going to skip the debate for right now. And because I want to get into some more. So, oh my God. My next topic or my next news topic is going to be Kendrick Lamar. Come on into the room. Come on. Come on, Kendrick. You doing so good right now. You doing so good right now. Jay-Z said hello. Hello, Kendrick. Super Bowl. Super Bowl. You know what? Jay-Z just pulled a huge move. But I understand why. But the other stars that are from New Orleans, they not getting it. They don't understand why. They just like, oh, New Orleans. They come to New Orleans. You know they gonna call us. Lil Wayne was like, oh, I got it, I got it. All them thought they were gonna get the call. But no. You gotta understand. Kendrick is on top right now. Kendrick is amazing. He is very talented, very smart. So yes, Super Bowl. And he gonna walk all across the whole stage, him and the whole LA. He bringing everybody. You know he bringing everybody because they not like us. So congratulations to Kendrick Lamar for getting that Super Bowl call and making all them New Orleans just they are upset. Lil Wayne, Juvenile, all of them they upset right now. And Nicki Minaj even got on. She ain't even from New Orleans, baby, but she just under the record label. She not even from there. She get on there just fussing, cussing. Not fussing. I ain't gonna say cussing. Just fussing at Jay-Z and his decision making. Baby, you're not even from New Orleans. First of all, calm down. Calm down. So, and I could understand. You know, you coming into my hometown. You're not gonna give us no little shout out. You're not gonna let us get on and get our shit together. But you're not popping right now. What are you doing right now? Nothing that will get you that phone call that will say Super Bowl. Usher got that call last year. Usher, let me tell you, Usher has been living his best life. Vegas, Atlanta got him hyped up. Like he's been getting so many awards and doing so many things. Like it's just so he got the call last year. But I'm gonna tell you what, Let's just be happy we didn't get Taylor Swift. Let's get happy. We didn't get Taylor Swift. Because I was like, look, I just know she coming. Because of her boyfriend, I just knew they were gonna have her do it. Uh-uh. 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 And I understand why. I understand why. But I'm glad they got Kendrick Lamar. I'm glad he's gonna be doing his thing. So that's that thing. So Kendrick Lamar, I can hear my dog sobbing, baby. So right now, Kendrick Lamar, he has a new song. Drake got a new song, which if I was Drake, I wouldn't be doing nothing. I am doing nothing. So even Roger Goodell is really happy about what's going to be going on for the Super Bowl show, things like that. So I'm real happy about that. So I didn't watch the MTV VMAs, so I'm not even going to speculate anything on there. I'm just going to say congratulations to all the winners. And hopefully we get some great new music out of everyone and we can just keep on going. So let me tell you, let's get into this. Did he or didn't he? Hey, did he or didn't he? Baby, my girl Dawn from Danny the Kane is like, look at here, look at here. Look at here, look at here. I done witnessed, I done saw, yeah. Let me show y'all, or let me tell y'all. So, of course, it says here, I'm gonna go to the beginning of it because it's just crazy. Okay, so Dawn from Danny Kane, Danny T. Kane. If you guys remember back in the day when he was doing his create a band or make a band type of thing, he created Danny Kane. And one of the ladies' name was Dawn. And she says she has witnessed um I can't remember the big I can't say I want to say Kelsey. Casey. She witnessed Casey getting beat up. She has been assaulted sexually and all of this other stuff as well. So now mind you, this has been a long time ago. Like they've been 20, 30 years now. It has to be like 30 years. So Diddy's attorney, Erica Wood, this is from TMZ. Mr. Combs is shocked and disappointed by this lawsuit. In an attempt to rewrite history, Dawn Richard has now manufactured a series of false claims, all in the hopes of trying to, hold on a second, trying to get a payday. Now, mind you, Danny Kane has not been on the scene since they got started. They had a couple of songs, and then that was it. You just didn't hear from them no more. Conveniently timed to coincide with her album release and press tour. So, Erica also, now this is still the attorney talking. So, mind you, what she is saying is that Miss Dawn, who is the singer, is doing a new album, getting ready to do a press tour, and she wants this extra press to make her more relevant, more seen out here in these streets. So she also says if Miss Richard had such a negative experience with making the band and Danny Kane, she would not have chosen to continue working directly with Mr. Combs for dirty money, nor would she have returned for the making the band reboot in 2020. Y'all better get it. Don't mess with Miss Erica. She what? And that's facts. If you had such a terrible time and you were assaulted, you seen them beat up people, why would you come back for dirty money? And why would you come back for making the band reboot? Baby. Sound like cloud chasing to me, honey. Or agree, this is still her talking, Miss Erica, or agree to be featured on the Love album last year. Man, mm-mm. You don't do that. You don't go for all this stuff and then try to. Mm-mm. It's unfortunate, still Miss Erica. It's unfortunate that Miss Richard has cast their 20-year friendship aside to try and get money from him. But Mr. Combs is confidently standing on truth and looks forward to proving that in court. Let's go. Let's go. And it's crazy how we're just fresh off the inmate suing, and they got him paying installments of 10,000, $10 million. It's a mess. So I don't know what this inmate must got receipts like a mug, because they told Diddy, yeah, we're suing. Diddy didn't even go. Diddy didn't make it to court, so he is being sued by default. Like they gave him a number by default. Okay, you don't want to show up for court? Okay, yeah, you're going to be sued. This is it. This is the number. This is how much you got to pay. We'll take 10 installments. Now, mind you, I the guy is an inmate in prison doing time, baby. Hello. So Diddy is facing yet another lawsuit from a new accuser of it. This is it, a former bandmate who claims the music mogul belittled, terrorized, and sexually abused her while she also witnessed him savagely beat his ex Cassie. That's what Miss Danity Kane Dawn said. According to the suit, according to obtained by TMC, Miss Dawn Richard says she got caught in Diddy's web as a participant on his 2004 MTV show Making the Band. That's how long it's been. It's yeah. With the bad boy CEO manipulating her by promising to advance her singing career if she relented to his alleged twisted demands. The former Danity Kane member said during on-set auditions, Diddy called female contestants fat, ugly bitches and hoes. Wow. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now, Diddy. I hope he didn't do that. That's crazy. She said Diddy had particular disdain for her because she was young and excited to work with such a famous person. In 2005, the court doc says Richard, Miss Dawn, said another of Diddy's former girlfriends, Miss Kim Porter, rest in peace, crying as she left the music studio with her face all banged up. It was then, Richard says, she realized Diddy was capable of violence and her life could be in danger. A year later, Richard was present when Diddy was first introduced to Cassie, invading her space while transfixed on her in a predatory fashion, according to the documents. In 2009, she said she personally witnessed Diddy, high on drugs, throw Cassie against the wall, choke her, and drag her up a flight of stairs at his LA home. Wow. She also says Diddy threw a pan of hot eggs at Cassie, telling her, I've been asking you for my shit. I can't stand you, bitch. You never do it right. On other occasions, Miss Dawn says Diddy socked Cassie in the face and wrapped his hands around her throat, attempting to strangle her at the LA mansion. She said she showed her support to Miss Cassie, telling her you need to leave him. But you ain't leave. You seeing all this and you didn't leave? Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. She says that Diddy found out about the conversation and threaten this. Y'all bitches don't get in my relationship. Don't tell my bitch Cassie what she need to be doing. Just make money and shut the F up. I end artists. I sell careers. You could be missing. You bitches want to die today. Wow. Like Miss Dawn, she's like putting out a lot of information. You saying a lot. So I am definitely child. She's saying that at Diddy's abuse forced her to rehearse for 48 hours straight, no sleep. She said the treatment got worse between 2009 and 2011. Barged into her dressing room while she was naked at his recording studio, touching her. Child, look, let me tell you, Diddy, come on now, we can't have this. We can't have this. I mean, you are a mogul. You are a legend out in these streets. You shouldn't have to intimidate men and women. So I hope all of this is not real. If it is, justice has to be given. So shout out to Miss Dawn for coming forward. But I truly hope that she is telling truth and not clout chasing. So what else we got out here? Oh. So as far as wow. So I got news here on Mr. Tory Lanez that they shut down his prison tapes. They won't let him do no more prison tapes. He was using the royalties to reopen his cases. Baby, like you gotta do what works. Man. Wow. So yeah, it's a lot. So now they're talking about how Beyonce was not included in the CMAs, which is the Country Music Awards. She like, I don't need that to sell my records. So hmm hmm so as far as celebrity news, that's all I have for you. So what I want to talk about, so, I gotta take a drink on this. It's a lot in the news about Diddy and just being abusive, women being in abusive relationship. Some relationships we don't know, they can be abused and not saying anything. So my topic of the day is surviving in an abusive relationship. I can talk about this subject because I am also a surviving um, victim myself. So, just to give you a little background of me. So, growing up, even young, um, I've been sexually abused by a boyfriend that my mom had. Um, when I got older, when I wouldn't even just say him, I was abused by the boyfriend, and I was abused by friends, cousins, and stuff like that. So, and then as I got older and got into relationships, it was like I was only attracting abusive men. So I've been in relationships to where I have been beat up. I've been mentally abused. I've been sexually abused. So I understand what a lot of these women are going through. Um, and I'm a survivor, you know, because I either got missing, and I had, you got to try different things sometimes. So one relationship, I just got missing. Like I just By the time he got home, I was gone. Everything was gone. You can't find me. So, and after a few years, that died down. I figured he wasn't looking for me really anymore. The phone was changed, everything was changed, address was changed, and everything. So I mean, that one I had to definitely just get missing. That was one relationship where I couldn't be like, I'm gonna know, because I know I would have really got hurt if I'd have told what I was getting ready to do. So I didn't tell nobody. I just left. One relationship, I just fought back. I just fought back. I couldn't take it no more, and I just started fighting back. And my fight back is when you in a heavy sleep, because I know I can't go toe to toe. I can't go toe to toe with no man, not no big man. So I'm gonna get you when you are well least expected. So that one, he just ended up leaving. And bye. I'm good. Okay, bye. So you have to, and I understand that everyone is different. When you're going through something like that, it's hard to focus on who you really are, who you really can be, things like that. And just, it's hard to explain to anyone how you're feeling, why you can't leave, why you this, why that, where someone who's never been through it can easily say, girl, you need to, girl, you need to, like, but it's like, but you really can't, it's not that easy. Some situations where, there's babies involved and, stuff involved like that, to where you can't just up and just go. So sometimes you got to stay still, and you got to plan, and you got to just execute before it gets out of hand to where you are broken up in the hospital. If it goes to that point to where you end up in the hospital and you got broken bones, my suggestion is, while you laying in that hospital bed, make a plan. Make a plan. You got to make a plan. You got to get tired of it. You got to not want to be a statistic. So surviving an abusive relationship, you have to know the person that you are. If you know that you can't speak up, and you're not good at that, and you can't do that, you have to sit back. You have to think of another way. We are women. God has given us these womanly powers that men could never understand. So you have to use what he gave us, which is passed down from our grandmamas, great grands, mom, all the way down to you. And you're passing on down to your children. We have to show strength. We got to show our smarts. So I'm not saying that it's going to work within a day or so. It can take a while for you to, one, be able to focus on yourself and to be able to think. If he's one to go on vacations, stuff like that, you got time to think. You can't do it when you go on vacation, because, one, you're out with your girls and they're trying to cheer you up and get your mind off of it, and he could be blowing up your phone, what's doing, da, 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 da. So you don't have time for your brain to process anything. It has to be where he's away. If he goes on vacations, if he's a truck driver, stuff like that, to where you can find a time to focus on yourself, to focus on your thoughts, and make a plan. The whole thing is make a plan. We are strong as a woman. We are very strong as women. And like I said, God put us here for a reason. It's not just to have babies. It is just not to have babies. It is because we are very intuitive with our minds, our bodies, and our soul, and with our men. So you have to use, you got to use it. You got to use it. So hold on one second, because I don't want this to be playing in my background. And be fine, you're making more time. All right, bam. So my way may not work for you, but just know that you have to make something work. Even if you have children. Huh, this light is really bright right now. For some reason, it's getting brighter. Let me see. Oh my God! I turned it back on. Look, Jesus, help me. Let's see if this worked better. Because I couldn't even see myself after a while. It was too bright. So, so we all go through what we go through. But God did not create us to be weak and be beaten down. He all gave us a strength that we have to power for and power up to. If you are one person that instantly get hyped and you can go at it, kudos to you. But if you're one that have to sit back and analyze and think about what they're going to do, take that time, boo. But I'm going to tell you what, in that meantime, you have to figure out how to reduce what can happen to you. If you know triggers, don't do the trigger. Look at, there's so much things. Let me tell you, I was with a guy one time and he drank a lot. I mean, a lot. And I tricked him one time and I bought some non-alcoholic beer and I mixed it with his regular beer. Like he would drink 40s. Like that was his thing. He was drinking 40s all the time. And I knew that when he would get drunk, he would become a different person, just like alcohol does to all of us. We become a different person. Sometimes not good, and his was not good. So I tricked him. I had bought some non-alcoholic beer one time, and when he would ask me to go get him a 40, I would grab it, and I had to be quick because he was like, "Why taking so long?" I didn't want no trigger. So I would always have it ready and just I would have to pour out some of his beer, pour that non-alcoholic beer into and let it mix around a little bit. And by the end of the night, he wasn't as drunk as he wanted to be, as he would normally be. And that made my nights easier to where I didn't have to worry about ducking and dodging hands and fists and stuff like that. So, but it's just little things that you have to pay attention to whoever you're with. I don't care if you're with man, woman, or other. Everybody has a trigger, and it's just a matter of how they handle that trigger. But I've gotten to the point, I'm 49 now, I'm about to be 50. I could not. I'm at a point in my life to where I don't play that. And if it even shows that, if it even shows that you even like that in any old kind of fashion, mentally, sexually, or physically abusive, baby, mama is out. Mama's out. And if you ever put your hands on me, just best believe it's only gonna happen one time. Because I'm gonna wait till you sleep. Wait till you sleep. And you're gonna regret exactly what you did to me. You're gonna regret that. Because you're gonna realize that you don't just do people any old kind of way and not think there's no many consequences. So my ladies out there, I pray for you that if you are in an abusive relationship, I don't care if it's physical, mental, emotional, I don't care what it is, sexual, I don't care what kind of abuse you are in. If you feel like there is no way out, there is a way out. You just have to pay attention to his triggers, try not to trigger, try hell like not to trigger because you're working on a plan. You're working on a plan. And while you're working on that plan, be your nicest. Be your nicest. Do what you normally would do. Do what you normally do. But I'm gonna tell you what, you gotta be working on your plan. It has to be your out plan. I'm not saying that you gotta have a plan to harm him. It needs to be an out plan. Yes. And that's all I've had to do. Like I said, I've been in a few of them type of relationships, and I have had to, become different to myself. I had to first figure out who I was. I had to know my worth. I had to know I was way better than what I was getting. Um, I had to make sure I understood that I deserve better. Mm. You gotta understand. You gotta understand. You deserve better. You deserve better, baby. You deserve better. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm not saying that you gotta go hurry up and find you another man because that's not how it works. You need to get back to you. You need to get back to you. Get you together. So when you find who you are, you know you worth, you know you need better than that, you know you deserve better than that. A plan will come. A plan is going to jump into your head. And you're going to be able to execute that plan. There's no telling how long that plan is going to take. I don't know how long it's going to take. That's up to you. But best believe, I pray that you get out of that situation because these situations get way out of hand. If you are in a control, now I've been in a controlling relationship too, and controlling is not fun. Like this man controlled everything, and when I say everything, I mean everything. So I had to make a plan for that too. I had to buy, but it took a long time. I mean, it took over 10 years for me to release him from my system to where he couldn't call me just anytime and control. And that one I was married to. So imagine being controlled all through your marriage, and then controlled after you're married. When I realized my worth and I started marching and standing on that worth, it got to a point to where when I visited the last time I visited him, he was intimidated by me, baby. I intimidated him, not to where I was like, nothing like that. I was being myself. I was more confident in myself. He couldn't take it. He couldn't take it so much to where he couldn't even, he couldn't get it together. And he had to say, I was like, well, what's wrong? You all right? He was like, I'm just so intimidated by you now. That threw me. You talk about having the biggest smile inside, baby. Because I never thought that man would ever say anything like that. For him to admit that he was intimidated by me now, to where he couldn't get himself together, baby, that made me poke my chest out even more. Hello. I was like, oh, really? Okay. That's because one, I didn't need him no more. I didn't need his money no more. I didn't need, babe. When you realize your worth, you stand on your worth, you show your worth. I know what I'm deserving. I know what I deserve. And baby, you ain't it. You ain't it. So I had to sever ties with him because he tried to get out of control once again, once I wasn't in his face no more with the controlling. I said, oh, okay. I said, well, I'm going to tell you this. This is going to be the last time we talk. Don't never talk to me. Don't ever call me. You have lost a very good friend. You will never find nothing like me ever again, baby. Never nothing like me ever again, baby. So it took, like I said, it took a long time, over 10 years, to be able to talk to him like that. So it's in you. It's in you, beautiful. It's in you. You just have to find it, and you have to come out, and you have to stand on that worth, because we all deserve the best. We all deserve what's good. We do not deserve to be talked down, intimidated, beat up. None of this crazy stuff that these men are out here doing right now. We don't deserve it. And when you realize that your worth is way above their head, you'll stand on it. You'll be able to walk around with your head up, your chest poked out, like, what? I know who I am. And when you get that feeling, your plan is going to really take off. It's going to really come into play, because you're like, okay, I'm confident enough, I'm secure enough, I got what I need to be able to move on. I'm going to move on. And if he's the type of person to where you can't just come out and say, I'm going to go ahead and leave you, I'm leaving you, you got to make a plan. You secretly, you go get that apartment. If you got to change states, change states. If you got to change cities. But it ain't nobody's business what you do. Because when you're in that plan and execute mode, you can't really trust nothing or nobody. You got to trust you and the Lord. You got to trust you and the Lord. So when you're in that planning mode and you're trying to execute your plan and be away from that situation, you can't go bragging to your friends. You can't go bragging to your family about what you're about to do. You got to move in silence, baby. You got to move in complete silence. And when you make that move and that move is complete, and you know you are far from that situation, you ain't got to worry about that situation, then you slowly reach out to whoever you would like to reach out to. But don't never tell nobody where you are until you are secure that that situation is good and gone. Because you never know who is going to tell that person where you are, what you're doing. Because if they get a whiff of that and they are that type of person that will stalk and come and get you, you can't trust nothing. So you got to execute your move. You got to execute your chess move in silence. In silence. And if you got to lose some people behind it, then it wasn't meant to be for them. So my ladies out there, I know there's some men as well that are in abusive relationships. And I know the people are like, what? Men in abusive relationships? Yes. There are some men out there that are in abusive relationships. Not just women get beat up. Men are out there, like there are some women out there that just don't care and beat the heck out of their men. It does happen. So you men as well. You gotta find your worth. Find your strength. And I'm not saying knock her ass out, but you gotta find your strength to move on. Because people like that, they are miserable. One, they're miserable with their self. Miserable with themselves. Yes. And some people you just can't make happy. They're just never happy. So you have to. It's sad, but some people you got to leave behind because not everybody is worthy of your space, your air, your mentality. Because no way I'm gonna let somebody stress me out. I'm not. So, my ladies and my gentlemen out there that are in abusive relationships, if you are in a really bad relationship, really abusive, do not be afraid to tell somebody, let somebody know. Don't, I just ran into a door, bitch. We all know that one. That ain't gonna fly. Just say what it is, get the help you need, and move on. But if it's a situation to where you can make your plan and execute and leave, be able to do that. But there's some ladies and some men that don't make it out because they don't speak up and they don't find their strength in time. No abuse is okay. No abuse is okay. So if you feel like you are in an abusive relationship, any kind, find someone that you are trusting. And it don't have to be your family, his family, her family. You got to sometimes go out of the box and find somebody that's neutral, don't know shit about you or them. And you just got to be able to speak up. Sometimes you need that extra help to get yourself out of that situation. So let's get it. Let's get it. If anyone that is watching this live tonight, if you need any help, send me a message. We're going to get you some help. We're going to get you out of there. We will get you out of there. So definitely, don't never feel you have to stay in something. Don't never feel you have to stay in something. Because you don't have to stay in anything that you don't want to stay in. And I know that people saying, well, it's easier said than done. I got kids. Okay, that's fine. There are nothing but resources out here for you and children. So don't never feel like you're not going to be heard, you're not going to be helped, and no one cares. Because there are people out there that do care. They do hear you and they do help you. So, again, if anyone that is watching this live or even the replay and you need help, any kind of situation to where you are feeling abused, put it in the comments. Send me a message. Let's try to get you some help. I survived. I made it out. And I've had all different types of an abuse. So I've had to deal with all different types of abuse. So I know what you're going through. I know how you feel. If you just need someone to talk to vent to, you don't want them to say nothing, just hear everything you want to say and vent about, let me know. Send me a message. I'll call you. And if a dude answers or he answers, I'll be like, sorry, I know English, and hang up because I know if it's like that, I will not say, hi, this is so and so, blah, 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 blah. No, because one, he don't know me, and you're like, who's this friend? Why you got a new friend? Why you been what? No, I don't want you to be in no situation to where it's going to make an issue. So put it in the comments, send me a message, let me know if you need help out there because there are a lot of resources and I'm here to help. I survived, I can help you survive as well. That's all I have today. Thank you guys for hanging out with me on my live stream for Toast and Talk with the Sisters. Again, I am Jazzy Fashionista on Toast and Talk with the Sister. Cheers. You guys have a blessed night. And don't forget, know your word. Stand on that word. God loves you. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.